Thanks for joining us this month. Today I want to talk to you about 3 tips to better equipping your volunteers to better serve you and your ministry. We've all been there where we've had leaders who said, hey, I didn't feel useful. I don't feel like I'm making a difference. And we've also been in that boat where, hey, man, it would be great to have some volunteers, some leaders that could take on these tasks or these roles, but who can I get to serve? So today we're going to talk about 3 things to better utilizing your volunteers. The first thing I always did with leaders was wait. Whenever someone was interested in coming and serving our youth ministry, I made them come and observe for 4 weeks for a couple of reasons. The first reason was I wanted them to see the environment that we were asking them to come be a part of. I wanted them to see the community that was already in place so that there was no surprises. This helped eliminate disappointments or misunderstandings down the road. The other reason I had them wait was at the end of that 4 weeks, I would sit down and meet with them and talk about what did you see? What holes did you see? What gaps? What ways is our youth ministry not reaching the students or serving the students in an appropriate way? This helped them be a part of the solution rather than me asking them to do some task that they might not be passionate about or they might not be interested in. I understood that my role is not just to serve students, but also the adults that God brings into our youth ministry. That's much your role as well. And so part of our job is to not just help see students transformed, but to also see those adults transformed and fulfilling their God-given purpose. So we need to identify what their passion is, what their call is, what their purpose is. Part of identifying that is, again, what are the holes that they see? What interests them? What things do they see that our youth ministry is lacking in or not up to par in? Now, I know that this requires us to be pretty secure leaders to hear criticism from potential volunteers, but it gives you the perspective of someone who's not a part of the group yet, and it allows you to see things that maybe you've been missing. Now, to do this and identifying their passion, you help fulfill their call. You help them to feel very useful when they go home at the end of the night or the end of the week. They're going, man, I'm making a difference because they are doing something they're already passionate about. They're a part of the solution. It changes the world for that volunteer. Let them be a part of the solution of identifying where they should get plugged into your ministry. Third key to better equipping our volunteers to serve our ministries is go from task-oriented to purpose-oriented. We all have things that we don't care to do, but we do them because they help us to accomplish the things we love about our jobs. The same thing is true for our volunteers, whether it's cleaning up or setting up or some kind of task that is monotonous to them. The idea is, instead of making it about that task, we make it about the purpose. We had our cleanup team that would come in. Instead of focusing on cleanup, it was about building relationships with those kids, with those students during cleanup time. When we change the perspective from task to purpose, the attitude, the involvement, the passion behind it changed overnight. So when you're mobilizing and equipping your volunteer leaders, again, take it away from the task. It's not all about serving the task, but accomplishing the purpose and the mission. If you accomplish these 3 things, it'll really be an asset to you equipping your volunteers to better serve your ministry. Thanks again for serving along together with us and changing a generation.